Most people are going to tell you that you only can print and cut 8.5 by 11 inches. But what if I told you that we can print and cut a 12 inch by 12 inch? Seriously, today I'm going to show you how we do that. And we are going to create the cutest 12-month stacked calendar. 2025 is coming up, which is hard to believe. I feel like 2024 just got started, but we are almost at the new year. And with every new year means that we need a new desk calendar. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create this 12-month stacked calendar only using 2 sheets of white 12-inch by 12-inch cardstock. Are you ready to learn how I did this? Let's go. So the very first thing you want to do is head over into the description of this video where you will find a link for the SVG file that we are going to be using today. So this is the one that you are going to want to download today. Once you have it downloaded, what you want to do is go over into the Siser program, and then all we want to do is press design. Then what you need to do is go into your downloads folder where that SVG file is at, and it is going to be a zip file. So what you need to do is just click on it and unzip the file. Now what you want to do is going back over into the Siser program, what you want to do is start uploading the SVG files that I've created for us for this calendar. You could either do this one or two ways in the Leonardo program. You could either come up here into File and press Import, or you can do these keyboard shortcuts that are right here, which is Command I. What you want to do is find that unzipped folder, and then you're going to see an SVG file, and then you're going to have all of the months separately as a PNG file. You could, if you wanted to do like different edits and stuff like that, you could upload the SVG file. Don't do this because we're going to do it a different way, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like. If you were to upload the SVG file, it's going to be an editable artwork. Then you just want to press apply. This is going to be a 2025 calendar, right? But if you wanted to change this over to not a 2024 calendar, you want to change it over to next year's calendar, all you would need to do is just ungroup until you got to here, and then you would just delete it and add in your own calendar. The other reason why I've created a file that is just an SVG file is, let's just say you didn't want to create a calendar at all, but you liked the flowers that I used for this project. Now what you can do is just taking only your flower. We can delete just January or all of January, and now you have a cuttable file of just this flower. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So we are not going to be using the SVG file today, but I just wanted to show you what versatility an SVG file can give you in this download. So I've already told you we're not going to be using this one. So going back over into File and then Import, what I want to do is individually upload every single one of these PNG files. So I'm just going to go to the first one and I'm going to press Open. We are going to go over here to Print Then Cut and press Next. Now I have saved these files to have absolutely zero background. So you're going to see this checkered area right here. That's perfect. You don't have to do anything more besides just keep pressing Next until you get to this finished. Click that, and here is your April calendar. Doing the same thing. We have April, we want to do Command I, we need August, Open, and then you want to keep pressing Next until you get to this right here and press Finished. Do the same thing for every single one of these calendars. Now that we have them all uploaded, they are obviously going to be stacked together, which is perfect, because what you want to do is now selecting everything perfect. What you want to do is resize this to the size that you want to create. So if you wanted to create this a different size, now's the time to do that. I am just going to create these at 5.5 inches just so I can get multiple rows on a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. Okay, but I want to pause here and I want to show you what it'll look like in the Cricut program and how long it takes and what the steps are. So going over into Cricut Design Space, I am going to come up here to New Project and then come over here into Upload. We're going to go into Upload Image, And you could do this one or two ways. You can come over here into the downloads folder, open up your downloads folder. Now the SVG file will work in Cricut, but honestly don't do it. Just do exactly what I did over in the Siser program if you wanted to use your Cricut. All you need to do is take one, drag and drop it, and then you would just press continue and then apply. We're going to come over here to flat graphic and then press continue and then upload. Okay, now what you want to do is the same steps as we've done previously. Just go into upload, upload image, download the next one, go into continue, apply, flat graphic, continue, upload, and there is the file. So you want to do that for every single image. Okay, now they are all uploaded. What you want to do now is select them all. And remember when we were over in the Siser program, when we uploaded them, they all just got stacked on top of each other. These ones did not. But what you want to do is come over here to align, and we can just align this to the center. And then what you want to do is resize this to the size that you want. So for this one, it would be the same as what I had over in the Siser at 5.5 inches. Now here is the deal. The reason why I am using my Siser versus the Cricut is because if we go over here into make, let's just save this to make sure Cricut doesn't crash. You're going to see that I only can get 3 to a page on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Now 4 sheets of cardstock is not that bad, but the problem is I would have to take my 12 by 12 cardstock and cut it down to size in order to be able to do an 8.5 by 11 print then cut, and you only get 3 to a sheet. So going over into the Siser Leonardo program, we're going to change this over to a 12 by 12 print then cut project. How you do that is we come over here into Artboard, and let's just open that up. And we are going to come over here into printer. At this point, what you want to do is select the printer that you're going to be using for this project. And then what you want to do is come over here into paper size, and you want to select 12 by 12 and press OK. So now this right here is a 12 by 12 print then cut mat. I know it doesn't look like it, but just trust me, okay? So now what I want to do is I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to press this page marks, which will take your registration marks from here, and then when you click on it, it's going to give you a full page mark print then cut. You can adjust this later. I'm not going to, but you can adjust them later. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my calendars and I am going to arrange them on my mat. Okay, so now that I have them placed into my mat, you're going to see that I have 4 over here that are grayed out. So the only downfall when it comes to the Siser program is that we can't do multiple page print then cut projects. So going back over into the Cricut program, you know how if we were going to do a traditional print then cut, you'd be able to press continue. If I was hooked up to my machine, I would be able to print this, then cut it, and then the machine would automatically go over here, you know, and it would automatically go for you. The Siser program will not do that. So going back over into the Siser program, I have my page set up the way I want. Then we have the 4 grayed out right here. So you could either do one or two things. What you can do is select the 4 that are grayed out and copy them. So Command C or right click and press edit and copy. Then you can come up here into this plus sign, and we can paste it, Command V, over into the second tab, creating another print then cut project. So we want to come over here to print then cut job. It should all be set up for us, and we'll just come over here to page marks. And then what you can do is the same thing that we've done before, is we can just rearrange these to fit onto our mat. Okay, so now that I have it like this, I'm going to have one full-size 12 by 12 print then cut. I'm going to leave these over here. Nothing's going to happen when they're grayed out. But I have my full-size 12 by 12 mat, and you can see my registration marks are perfectly in place. When I come over here into this one, I'm only going to need a half a sheet of 12 by 12 white cardstock, right? But these registration marks are like the entire page. I don't want them on the entire page. So all I'm going to do is selecting the registration marks. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to resize this to where it hugs my my print then cut, so it's going to save on material. Okay, now what you want to do is just like what we did with the Cricut, is please just save your work. Okay, so now what we need to do is print then cut this. So all we want to do is just press send design, and then we're just going to keep all the artwork that fits on the page. Then we're just going to press send. Now when we get to this screen, you are going to have a file that looks like this, where you're going to have to print this and then cut this. We need to first do this one, and then we'll go out and we'll go over into that second tab. Now I really wish that Siser would make this a little bit more automatic, just like the Cricut. Hopefully in the future they will do that, but for right now this is what you have to do. This is the workaround for this. So what we need to do is come over here to send to printer. Okay, this new box is going to pop up. What you want to do is select the printer that you're going to be using. And then also you want to come down here to printer options and just make sure you select the correct media quality. Now all you want to do is press print. Okay, now that we have our print then cut printed out, all you want to do is turn your machine on. Now today I'm going to use a Cricut mat just because my Siser mats are very dirty. But all you want to do is, obviously, just like with any other Cricut project, is you just want to put your material on your mat. Okay, now what we want to do is insert this into our Siser. Now before we do that, what we need to do is shut the lid back, and we need to put that little lever down, and then I am going to put my mat in. Now generally when you do cuts, you want to line up with this white line. What I'm going to do instead is come over here, and I'm going to line it up to the edge of this silver thing that's right here. Okay, it'll make sense here in a second when we go to print this out or to do the print and cut. Okay, when you have it lined up, what you want to do is put your lever up, and then we can just open the lid. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to take your head and line it up to the corner of this registration mark right here. How to do that is going over here into this touch screen. You want to manually move your blade into this head. You don't have to be perfect at it. It just has to be pretty close. I think that this is going to be fine, okay? So once you have it here, what we need to do now is select our cut settings. So we want to come over here to cut settings. Now you can either do this one or two ways. You can manually set your cut speed and your force. However, I already have my plain cardstock loaded in and saved onto my Siser Juliet machine. So what I'm going to do is come over here to this, come over here into other, and do plain cardstock and press load. So my cut settings for my Juliet is going to be speed 13, force 70. You will notice that I have the speed cranked all the way up to the fastest possible because I don't like slow cutting machines. Okay, now what we need to do is go head over to the computer, and you want to select this cutting contours. You want to make sure that you're connected to your Juliet, which I am, and then you just want to press send to cutter. Yep, we want to cut this, so let's press OK. Now the machine is going to automatically read my registration marks, and you're going to notice that it's extremely fast. We do not have any issues reading any type of registration marks. That's how quick the Siser program is. Okay, now that that's done, all you need to do is either you can do one or two things. You can eject it like this, or you can put your flapper down and pull your mat out. And then you just want to take your cardstock off of your mat. This is a semi-new mat, so it's pretty sticky. And this is how great those cuts were. June. There. Turned out so cute. Okay, now what we want to do is do the second mat. So let's head back over to the computer. Okay, so now what we need to do is go and print that second page, right? So let's go over here to back to design, and we are going to click on our second tab. Then what we're going to do is press send design and just press send. Now this is what your file is going to look like, similar to the previous one, okay? Then what we want to do is just press send to printer, and wanting to make sure that we have the correct media quality selected. We want to make sure that we have the correct page size selected, which we do. Once we're done doing that, you just want to press print. And just to get ahead of the game, what you want to do is come over here to press cutting contours. Okay, now that you have it printed, you just want to add it onto your mat. Then what we want to do is the same thing we've done before, making sure that our flappers flap down. I'm going to push this all the way over to the left, making sure the flapper is up. Okay, same thing as what we did before. We want to put this head in the corner right here. So we're just going to drag over the corner of our blade, putting it in the corner of that registration mark. Okay, good to go. Now we don't have to adjust the settings because we've already selected the settings previously. Now all we want to do is press send to cutter and then press OK. All right, when that's done, all you need to do is just eject the machine. We can set our Siser over to the side and then do the same thing that we did before. And these cut out beautifully, not a snag or tear in any of the project. And look how beautifully they stack up. So throughout the year, what you could do is the same thing as I showed you last year is you don't want to throw these away. You just want to push them over like this. So then you will always have a full bouquet of flowers throughout the year. Now, if you have a laser cutter in your craft room, you could totally just cut out an easel, and so you can put your stacked calendar on it just like me. I chose to cut mine out on clear acrylic just because I love the look of clear acrylic, but you could definitely just cut this out on wood as well. It looks so small just sitting there. I definitely could have made it a lot larger, but I love the fact that I only had to use 1.5 pieces of white 12-inch by 12-inch cardstock in order to make this project. Now, at the end of every single year, I love to goal set for the upcoming year, and I want to know, do you goal set? And if you do, what are your goals for the new year? Do you want to know mine? Mine is just to start creating a lot more with my Siser because I love the Siser machines way more than the Cricut machines. Now, generally, I don't share my goals because I don't want anyone to poop on my goals. But now that I've shared mine, you tell me what your goal is for the next year. I want to know. Please don't leave me hanging and make me be the only one that shares our deepest, darkest goals that we have for our future. All right, y'all, I sure hope I inspired you to create, and I'll see you next time.